Good morning, everyone. Here are the Sanibel Island and Southwest Florida update as of December 9th, 2022. Sanibel held a FEMA Townhall meeting on Thursday, December 8th. It was close to a 3-hour meeting, very informative with some great questions asked during the question and answer session. I learned a couple of new things, like 30% to 40% of all FEMA claims are fraudulent. The main reason claims get turned down is because the claimant has not supplied enough information, and once they submit the info FEMA asks for, their claim will be reviewed again. In my opinion, the media portrays FEMA negatively a lot by mentioning all the FEMA rejection letters, but not saying what was in those letters. What were the reasons for rejection? I have yet to find a solid story of a rejection that was unfair. It is always a lack of information. At this point, I'm just shaking my head at all these people wanting handouts, but not wanting to fill out the paperwork to receive those handouts. That being said, I am still not a huge FEMA fan because I feel like 72 days after Hurricane Ian, no one should be sleeping in a tent in a Walmart parking lot. But yet they are, because FEMA has lots of boxes to check off before someone can be rehomed. But that's just my personal opinion. Let's get back to facts. Canadians who own secondary homes in Sanibel do not qualify for FEMA. Only U.S. citizens qualify for FEMA. People with second homes in Sanibel also do not qualify for FEMA housing assistance. Those people already own 2 homes. Technically, they are not homeless, so while their second home is being repaired, they can't live in a free FEMA trailer. As I silently shake my head, I keep reminding myself, be neutral, be neutral, be neutral on everyone's first world problems. The SBA, Small Business Administration, is happy to announce that the federal government has signed off on waiving the interest rate for the first year. It was 4.3%, but it is now 0% for the first year, and no payments are due for the first year. Remember, the deadline to apply for the SBA Physical Disaster Relief Loan is January 12th, 2023. So if you've already filled out for the loan and your promissory note says 4.3%, do not worry, you will be getting the 0% for the first year. The Florida Division of Emergency Management is announcing a new state program to provide verified nonprofit organizations with materials to restore a damaged home to a habitable condition, enabling residents to move back into their own homes. The Florida Disaster Fund will provide funds to verified nonprofit organizations to conduct the repair work, expediting the return of Hurricane Ian survivors to their communities and relieving the burden on other disaster housing programs. The program will supply $5,000 worth of materials and an additional $5,000 worth of remediation per household. So altogether, you will be granted $10,000. The program is being labeled the Muck and Gut Program. This is a new program that is effective this week, so unfortunately, if you've already mucked and gutted your house, you will not be reimbursed for that expense. But if you still need help, go to the Ian Recovery Florida website. There are still plenty of houses that have not even been touched yet on Sanibel. As I'm sure you have all heard by now, the Sanibel Bridge is opening to everyone beginning January 2nd, 2023. The third person to ask a question at the question and answer session was just there to voice her displeasure on the bridge reopening. She aired her grievances, and Dana Souza, the best diplomat ever, had very good responses on why the bridge is reopening. This is a hot button topic on social media or when you're out and about around Sanibel. Knowing Sanibel residents, I am sure some would love if their island was closed to the public forever, but sorry, that just is not possible. Tax dollars are needed for the islands to survive. Progress requires people and traffic. When your biggest complaint is traffic jams, I lose all sympathy for you. Sorry, my sympathy goes to the people living in tents or their cars while still waiting on FEMA. Thanks for listening.